She's back. Hi guys, it's Lauren here and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Have you missed me? Forgotten I existed? Well, either way, I'm back on the small screen. The bigger small screen anyway, since I've still been posting on TikTok and Instagram. You know the drill. Anyway, what's new with me, in case you missed it? I graduated and have been employed for almost 2 years now. Thank God. I live in New York. Yes, big New York City. I discovered a passion for graphic design and photography and have been pursuing that creatively pretty much ever since I settled in here. And honestly, I have a lot of new obsessions, ranging from magazines to the awe I have that somehow I've made it this far in adulthood without killing over in stress. There have been many close calls. This summer is the first summer that's kind of felt jam-packed in a fun way since I left school in 2024. So I vlogged it. Sit back, relax, and I suppose enjoy the chaos. Hey, happy May. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I've been vlogging just at random moments whenever I feel like it. And I want to get back to editing and posting again. I did miss it. But hello, it's Saturday, May 6th, I believe. I'm about to head out and go to the Black Zine Fair in Brooklyn. And I'm very, very excited about it because obviously I'm Black. I'm into magazines and zines. And I would like some inspiration. I also am just excited to see like the cool stuff that's there because they've been posting basically who's gonna be there in their little social media account. And I'm excited to see what's going on. So I'm hyped for that, but I've been tired. I've really just been chilling in my apartment. Like I actually gave myself the grace to do absolutely nothing this morning and it felt so good. It felt so good. For about like 48 hours, I got 10 hours of sleep total. It was really bad. 10 out of 10 would not recommend, but I've been trying to get back to doing things. And sometimes that requires pushing through even when you're tired. I'm just trying to work to build my discipline, but also I don't want to build discipline at the detriment of my health. So, you know, classic adulting things. Anyways, let's go to this thing. I've been meaning to go to this thing, but I've just been holding off on going. So let's go. Also, my outfit is actually really cute today. See, I got all my Jinko jeans. They're so cool. Ignore my slides, but super cool. Let's head out. I attended Black Zine Fair for the first time ever this year and was overwhelmed by the size of the event and the amount of creators and their range of craft. I didn't vlog much, but just know that the event was a good time. Cool. In May, I went to San Francisco for the first time in 4 years to see my sister graduate. Really crazy to witness, to be honest with you. But also it was the first time in a while I was traveling somewhere else and just relaxing. The West Coast air is definitely always something different to experience. Spoken like someone born and raised in the East Coast, obviously. But anyway, there's not really much else to say. Join me for the 3 days that I was there. It is early as fuck in San Francisco, but I'm going on a walk to Golden State Park.
Eu vou seguindo assim. De planos improvisos eu chego aí, mas você riu de mim. Quando o futuro chega, e aí? Posso não ter, posso querer, pode você também não entender. Você falou pra mim, mas o que você falou já não sustenta assim. Se fosse bom assim, você mesmo comeria e não dava pra mim.
Hi, I'm in San Francisco. This is actually my third day here. I came for my sister's graduation this weekend, and huzzah, she has graduated. We celebrated, and I've kind of just been exploring and meandering around. I guess like normally when people book trips, right? It's like the kind of thing where it's like you go to a lot of different tourist sites, but this is actually a city I've been to before. I visited my sister here, I would say like 4 years ago at this point, which is kind of crazy to say. But yeah, so I've been to a lot of the tourist spots. I've basically just been chilling, walking around, enjoying some cool places. I had an excellent breakfast this morning, which you guys probably saw. And I also stopped at a bookstore, which I will show you the haul for later. But it was actually really, really great and fun. And I'm just chilling. I don't know. I'm in like this weird kind of state where I feel uneasy about being chill. Like it's way quieter here than it is in New York, obviously. And I think it's just been a while since I've been not obligated to do something and also in a different place at the same time, if that makes sense. Like normally if I am having a chill day or if I have a day off, it's either like I'm in New York where I live or I'm in my apartment also where I live. But like when you're in the same spaces, you kind of just end up doing the same things a lot of the time. I feel like in New York I can find myself doing different things, but for the most part it's similar atmosphere, right? This is the first time in a while I've been in a different atmosphere. Actually, the first time in 2 years, because I think the last time I traveled really wasn't to my hometown or New York. It was to Japan in 2024. So yeah, that might explain a little bit about why I feel a bit, weird. But anyways, I did a little bit of thrifting, did some book shopping. I'm gonna go with my mom and my sister to go thrifting again. I went to a Giants game yesterday. That was super fun. But I guess I'm just enjoying, or I'm digesting the different air. I feel like oddly uneasy, but also, what's the phrase? Ill at ease. Ill at ease, I guess. But I just wanted to update you because I'm not used to vlogging anymore. But I wanted to hop back into it this year. I've been wanting to hop back into it for months, but the 9 to 5, bro. And also like my slightly changed interests and yada yada yada. But I figured this would be like a cute little mini vlog. Anyways, favorite memory so far while being here. Definitely a Giants game yesterday. I think that was one of my favorite baseball games I've seen in person, like ever. I took a walk this morning and I saw so many different kinds of birds. I think my favorite thing about traveling to different places is seeing the different, and I guess the environment around it, the different ecosystems, like the trees are different here. I saw like 3 different species of bird like this morning, and then I've been seeing a hummingbird flying around. I think I got a little video of it earlier, but it moves so fast it's hard to get it accurately. Anyways, that was cool. From a little while ago, ooh, why is there a bee right here? Ooh, child. Ooh, it scared the shit out of me. Girl, it's back. Ain't no way. Ain't. Inside we go. I love this song. Like I said, I've really been getting into magazines and graphic design lately, so I've been trying to attend more events centered around that in the city. And luckily, New York being New York, it's a place that has many of them. I checked out Aura Magazine's launch event for their 2nd issue, which was super interesting to go to because they're an independent magazine with a team all over the place. And again, since they're independent, they're pretty small. And it's just cool seeing like a smaller magazine operate, I guess, and see their launch party in person. And then right after that, I attended the Brooklyn Art Book Fair, and my wallet was crying at this point, but I got a couple of amazing prints, and I also got more amazing zines. So it was a really fun, kind of just energizing, creative day, and yeah.
無邪気に彩られたその瞳
Out here in Portland. It's a beautiful day. It's so like there's so many things going on right here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, let's cross this way, no? Yes, you saw that right. I went to Portland. This is definitely the year I've been to the West Coast the most for some reason. I don't know. But Portland is charming and was refreshingly cool for July, so it was a good time. It also might be the calmest city I've been to so far, which kind of freaked me out a bit, but you know. For different folks, different strokes. I actually went to Portland in order to attend a wedding, and it's the first wedding that I've ever been to in my life, so it was super exciting. And between this and Love Island USA Season 8, I may actually begin to believe in love again, you know?
正義も悪もいなくて月と星がダンスして響き合う静かな光の中映し出す無邪気に彩られたその瞳 Yeah
The highlights basically include watching the finale of the World Cup, Go Spain, and visiting one of the biggest bookstores in the country, Powell's Books, which is huge because the bookstore basically takes up the entire block and it has multiple floors and you even need a map in order to navigate it inside. Yeah, that joint was really crazy. Anyways, I got quite the haul from there because honestly I haven't really visited as many like bookstores necessarily in person recently. I've definitely been going to magazine shops here or there, but like bookstores not necessarily as much. So yeah, no, it was cool, it was nice. And yeah, anyway, thanks Portland for the memories. Who knows when or if I'll be seeing you next. Ugh, I'm so tired, I need to sleep. My thoughts are kind of racing in my head right now. One, I'm going to Teen Vogue Fest tomorrow, and I'm very, very excited about that. But it's like I'm basically waking up at the time I would only wake up to go to work to go to this thing, and I'm like, broski, it is Saturday. But you gotta do what you gotta do to chase your dreams. To chase a better future. Which, speaking of the future, I realized that, like, I haven't really been feeling well the last few weeks. Like, at all. Like, granted, I feel like there are stages, right? Last summer, I think, was significantly worse mental-wise than this summer. Last summer, I feel like I was just in a fog, like a mind fog, and there was nothing that would bring me out of it. This summer, I feel like I've had, like, pops of, like, great moments, and then a lot of the time, I've just been feeling, like, anxious, overworked, distracted in really weird ways, like, partly, I guess, from what it is that I feel during work, and partly in just not really wanting to look inward or look at my own life and like take into evaluation what it is that I want right now and what I want moving forward. Like I've just been trying to distract myself from those thoughts, I guess, subconsciously. Like I just don't want to reflect on it. In my head, I'm like, I would just like a break from my own life. And so I scroll and I scroll and I scroll on my phone and it fixes nothing. And I go into the same cycle of I feel not great about the current state of my life. Like, if I'm being honest. And it's not because of anything, like, necessarily horribly bad. I think I'm doing well. See how hard that was for that word to come out? That's how you know things are kind of bad. I just realized that, like, one of the things I really need to work on right now is building my imagination. I actually lost my imagination a little bit. I haven't been reading. Not really, not that much anyway. I haven't been watching anime. I've been doing the same stuff for the most part, but recently I actually have started to do stuff on the weekends after work in order to do something that's different from a 9 to 5. I've actually been trying, but my imagination, what used to be up to here, right, is now to here. Growing up, my imagination was so vast. I believed in so many different things, and I was like, I actually had like the deepest faith in humanity and even the deepest faith in myself at a certain point. There was a low in high school, but when I was at my highest in high school, I had the deepest faith in myself. I feel like that faith is shaken in the world and also in myself. I don't know, this might just be a 20s thing, right? But I was watching an interview of Oprah and she was speaking about her faith. She basically was mentioning how a lot of people will pray to God that like believe in that faith in that way. I grew up Catholic, right? But I wouldn't call myself Catholic now, but I am spiritual. And she would say a lot of people will pray to God and they go right back to their worries. And I realized I've been worrying constantly. like at work, in my own life, when I do anything. And I remember when I was a kid, when I was in high school, I was fucking fearless, dude. Like, I would do things and not even think about the repercussions. Now I think about the possible repercussions of every single action I take. And maybe it's because I'm like, actually, at this point, I'm damn near like fully responsible for my own life. Like, obviously I have a support system of some sort, but I'm basically fully responsible for my own life. So that stress is like on me, bro. Like, I feel that weight on my shoulders all the time. And I think with age, that will feel better. But for now, I'm like, what the fuck? What incarnation? I realize I lack faith, and I also lack imagination. I think those are probably like my two biggest struggles right now. So I'm hoping going to this Teen Vogue thing, by continuing to like really push myself to live my life outside of what's currently going on and to imagine something greater to where I'm currently am, and actually believing in that, then I will get there. For a while, I was journaling, right? And I was trying to think, what are some things that I'm really grateful for? And it was so hard for me to even think about what I was grateful for. Mind you, I actually have a lot to be grateful for. Like, once I force myself to think about it, I actually do. Like, I did something recently, which I thought, that's actually the coolest thing. High school me would be freaking out. And in my head, I've been so stressed out about everything that I haven't even taken into account that I've done something cool. I've been so disappointed that certain things didn't work out that I really haven't even taken into account some of the cool things that did work out or some of the cool things I've done. Like, bro. So I don't know. I do not know. Life has been wild, broski. Like, wild. I guess I gotta work on that. Like, I'm actually low-key getting emotional even thinking about it, because I'm realizing, like, if you don't have faith, you have nothing. And there have been plenty of people that have been in worse situations that have found themselves on the other side of it even better than they could have imagined. And I have to believe that that can happen for me. And it can happen for me. Like, there's nothing that's really stopping that from happening for me except myself. And I am the architect of my own life now at this point. So, faith and imagination. I'm working on that. Anyways, I'll see y'all tomorrow at the Teen Vogue Fest. I attended Teen Vogue Fest and met some amazing and inspiring people. Seriously, the conversations I had in that event like changed my perspective on a lot of things. Anyways, I also attended panels with some household names while I was there, like Anokiai, Kid Super, Who Decides War, and the Teen Vogue editorial team. Really amazing. Took notes. Highly actually recommend attending. It was my first time, so I'm really happy with how it ended up going. I also got to see Ira Star perform live in person. I'm not gonna lie, I had like a starstruck moment seeing her in person because she really is the Nigerian artist that got me back into listening like modern Nigerian music, like something I picked on my own and not just something I listened to due to my upbringing.
It's a big question to start with.
Like, you didn't even like ask me about the weather. You didn't ask me if I ate today, nothing. You went straight into it. I feel like the way I can do my best for this genre and my culture and for all the people that came before me is to be myself completely. And that means like giving my all to my craft and being as passionate and allowing myself to try new things, but understanding that my sound, my culture is already in me, you know?
And then also, I saw Yeonju in person at the Good Morning America morning concert series, and it was insane. I had to wake up at 4 a.m. in order to go. Honestly, I thought it was cooked because the line was super long and it closed at 7 a.m. and I arrived at the line at 6 a.m. even though the line opened at 5 a.m. So it was just, it was a lot going on. Your girl was scared. We made it through and I saw him perform. And I was just really happy because I became a fan of him and of the group he's from, TXT, this year, essentially when I was going through a really, really hard time. So it was honestly just an honor to be able to see him in person. Yeah, those are just some highlights from my regular life. I think I'm figuring out how it is that I want to vlog my life moving forward. Before, it's like I was a student, right? But now I'm basically just a regular 9 to 5 person, and it's just weird for me to figure out how is it that I want to share my life. Do I want to share my life? But I miss this mode of storytelling. And also I've been watching like some videos and movies recently that have really inspired me. And I thought, why not put on an old hat as a YouTuber and try again? So bear with me. Anyone that's stuck around for this long while I haven't been uploading, and for anyone that's new and discovering me for the first time, this is Lauren, now signing off.